When he came in, I was like, "Welcome everybody, welcome into the chat." Da, 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 da. Only four people were talking, and he
That's
was
because
like,
they didn't come.
"No, no, 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 no." He was saying, "I don't think a lot of these people are going to be talking because some of them are on a lot of them are from the PSN network.
They were just seeing the host.
Watching
They
via
wasn't
that."
actually in your channel, right?
Well, no, I told everybody, come on over, but he's like, no, there's a lot of people watching from the PlayStation Network app,
Mm,
not from Twitch.
gotcha.
And I
Yeah.
mean, it still counts as your viewers on Twitch, but it doesn't mean they can come in and just start talking in your chat because they're not actually on Twitch.
Right.
So,
Yeah, no. If I remember correctly, when you're hosting from, when you're, let's say if I was to finish the stream from PS Live, and most of my mods, regulars, they'll be watching through the tablet or computer, right?
yeah,
And then that big lump sum of viewers, right? That big lump sum, they will only see this. On their screen, it would say the broadcast has ended, and it won't say that it's being
yeah, if they're on
hosted, as
mobile.
far as I know, if
No,
I remember
it'll
correctly.
say it
Like
in chat now
in the chat, it
hosting, da, da,
will,
da, da,
but
but it won't show the actual stream.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, when you're hosting somebody, I notice when I'm hosting somebody, I tell people, look, my chat's still up. You have to click on their channel. You have to click go to who I'm hosting's channel in order to talk to them. So make sure you click on their channel. Because if not, you're still going to be stuck in my chat talking to me and not them.
Yeah, no, I would like when I would raid you guys and or anyone else, I would have your window up, and then I still have my window up, and I'd be monitoring my chat, and it would be like saying, "Hey, Bill," in my chat, "How's it
Hmm.
going?" I'm like, "So and so, are you on the computer?" Click
Yeah,
the
it's like,
link below. It says view this chat
yeah,
or go to
view
this
his
link. I would
channel.
spam it like Control V, Control V, Control V.
Yeah, and, and
Here,
and I
here.
think Twitch should fix that. By the way, there's got to be a way around that. There's got to be some type of loophole to where if you're hosting them, it should take you directly to the person you're hosting's chat.
Yeah,
Eh, eh,
That would be nice.
or like a pop out window. That's like a pop out chat.
yeah,
Something like how when you host, it goes your screen so if it's my screen, then it goes over and it gets taken, so it's your chat, and have that same thing go for like the Twitch chat. Like have your original chat and then it gets pushed down. Have
yeah.
this. That
Maybe
would be
have both chats up. Like when your screen goes down there, your chat's still down at the bottom, but the new chat's up there.
yeah.
You're hosting. Hey, by the way, Twitch, if you're listening, take notes. I'm just kidding. Love you guys. But I mean that seems like it's something simple that could be done, and I wish it could be. And it would make things a lot easier, especially when you're
Details,
hosting something.
details, guys. Come on.
And instead of me spamming someone's link, and saying, go to that, if I just host them and it automatically brings their chat up, you don't have to switch channels. But the thing is, you are still on my Twitch channel page. That's the only thing. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna go from twitch.tv/Bill Buckner 1986 to twitch.tv/Dorian D 1990. You gotta without having to click a new link, and that's the thing. So I don't know if there's a way around that, but that would be nice if there was. Definitely.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be. It would be good.
Because on the mobile end, normally it says, like, I think it says like host target,
Yeah, it says
and then
host target, yeah.
and then people aren't sure. I wish it would like maybe show a small preview, a little preview of what's going on.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. I'm sure they could implement that. And how long ago was it? Amazon, right? They made the acquisition to Twitch, and I'm sure with their funding and infrastructure, they could probably, put together something that we're talking about. That would be really neat. we've seen some improvements. I remember the days when I started streaming back in, like I said, mid-March. There wasn't ever a hosting feature, right? It was just like, guys, hopefully you come join me on this raid to this channel here, and which would be great. But the hosting has helped it, but to take it to the next level, it would be great. So like once your stream is done, when you hit that host, everything gets pushed down. Have of course, have that chat. Have that window of watching, and also have that window of the chat, and that would be fine. I could see that working, and then
that would probably go along the same lines, almost as like a multi-Twitch, though. I would think the way they would run that, but then that's a whole new ball game there. But that would be it would be nice.
I personally think like it would become a thing in the future. I think the hosting command is the first step of it. There's a lot of coding involved in that. So I think it's to come. It'd be very nice if that happened.
Yeah, to think of it.
Yeah,
it would be really neat.
Yeah, and another thing is before I do host somebody, especially when I'm done with the stream, I make sure I spam their Twitch channel before it happens. I'm like, look, guys, go over there. Bye. Love you, mean it. Have a great night. I'm gonna go ahead and host them, but make sure you click their link and go over there. And so you don't have to watch them from my channel. And hopefully, I just wish the best.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. I when you just hate when your train of thoughts. I just had something I was going to elaborate on.
That one I just said, actually, I had to rethink about it. I was like, oh, it's like, it came back to me. But
I had something to do.
Hosting, I don't know.
I think it had something.
Think of keywords, guys. Keywords.
Hosting.
Twitch.
Something. Yeah.
Twitch, hosting.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes, the keyword was Twitch. What am I thinking? We're on Twitch. Okay, so
Bill. Hashtag focus.
Hashtag. Oh my God! Don't bring that up. We'll tell you that. If you guys don't remember that, I'll tell you about it in a bit. Anyways, go ahead, Dorian.
Not too sure, but to think of it overall, Twitch is still in its infancy stage. Overall, I know there was Justin TV, and then the same ownership and organization. It is Twitch, and then Justin TV. I guess it's closed its doors, right? And it will just redirect you to Twitch TV now, right? Not many people are aware of Twitch, I think. And there's a lot of viewers. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of viewers, there's a lot of gamers, there's a lot of streamers. But think of it's nowhere that level of audience to where YouTube is. I think I would say my grandparents, my parents, they know what YouTube is. YouTube that music video, YouTube this tutorial, so and so.
Yeah.
But
it's becoming
how about you Twitch? Twitch? This guy, Twitch, this girl. Do you know? They're like, what? What's that?
Twitch is not a household name just yet.
YouTube is becoming a verb, just like Google. Google that.
Just YouTube
Google
it.
This. Yeah.
Google that. And maybe we'll see Twitch that.
Yeah.
And I think there's still, and why I'm saying this is because we're just talking about the hosting feature, and it's probably just the beginning of something growing, and perhaps at some point, and since the Amazon acquisition, we'll start to see some more features, and like YouTube has a lot more features now too since it started.
Yeah.
And the videos, the content that's out there, just to think of what's in store for Twitch, in the next, this year, I wouldn't be surprised we'll see some more and more changes. Like, it would be awesome to see that feature we're talking about. Like, where we have the host, but bring that chat feature there. So it's like, oh, okay, we'll just shift to this chat, or just be migrated into that chat,
Yeah, purge them
somehow.
together or something like that. Yeah, it would, or merge. Sorry, not purge. Merge them together. Yeah, that would be nice. But like this chat has been moved to yours, and it is now your chat, or not. Well, you know what I'm saying. It would be. And you know what? Honestly, I think it will happen. Something like that. It's going to happen. There's a lot of new and good things to come with Twitch, and I mean, you could bet, you can put your money on that. There's going to be some good stuff coming up, and I think all of us have really we've kind of, as you said, we've jumped into Twitch and into its infancy stage, and I think we've gotten in at the right time, because I think everybody is wanting and starting to stream now, and I think we've all gotten into it at the right time, and I'm along for the ride,
Yeah, no, especially since we touched on the Xbox One and PS4 with the ability to stream, just like that with the press of a button. That is that's a great way to, just get your feet wet, to see what streaming is all about. And I can't stress this enough, when you first start out, have your friends come by, if you use Facebook, Twitter, let your buddies know, have your family come by and visit. I remember I would have my dad, my brother, come by and like lurk and see what's going on and maybe give me some tips and stuff. And, they wouldn't really know much, but they thought, the quality of the stream looked good. And, the voice quality at the time with using my webcam, I wasn't shouting, so it didn't ever reach that white noise or static level. But sometimes when I would get scared, really hard on the ears, ripping rest in peace headphones, right? So
yes,
but just that is, it's quite amazing. Like before you know it, I'm sure there's probably ways you can stream off your tablet now, stream off your phone. You can probably stream off your smartwatch these days soon. Like I'm playing Pac-Man with my watch here. I'm streaming on Twitch. Look at my high score. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be so many ways how to broadcast. And yeah, no, I think it is still in its early stages, in its infancy stages, but we're starting to see more and more broadcasters, in my opinion. We're starting to grasp the whole concept. And, what I think with that PS Live audience, they kind of look at it like, okay, I want to see this game and maybe take some, tips from them and try and do it on my own stream, And I see a lot more PS Live broadcasters more each day if you go through the PS4 section of Twitch compared to, in my opinion, to Xbox. There's a lot. I probably do the sales console. I'm not going to get involved with that, but I see a lot more people streaming through the console these days. If you look through Grand Theft Auto, you'll probably see more people streaming off the console than there actually is through the capture card OBS XSplit. So it's a good way. It's a good way to start out. I would say it's a good way to start out.
Definitely.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, Christian and Bloody. I was doing this number here because I was trying to put a monocle on Craigatron, because everybody in the chat's thinking he's going to be the Monopoly man in about 60. So I was kind of like doing the monocle on him here to see how it fit.
Speaking of Craig, he dropped out of the call. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay, we'll get him back.
And now the overlay's all messed up.
No, it looks okay. It's
just wait. So yeah, I guess I'll take this time to go into my streaming setup, and then after that we'll take a break. Hopefully Craig will come back. If not, we'll have to figure out what's going on. But I have a PC that I built myself. Basically, I built it about 4 years ago. I started off small and just added parts as I went along, and I've upgraded it a couple times since then. I do have plans very soon, actually, to rebuild my computer. And I'm going to include a internal capture card, because right now when I play the XB1, I just have to stream directly off of it. So I'm going to include internal cap card to help with that, because as we were talking about earlier, that pause screen though. If you want to swap games, or if you want to, I see you trying to peek up, Bill.
I can't stop. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to focus. And then all of a sudden, I watched the stream preview. I see Bill.
God.
Hey!
That's hilarious. Actually, let me try to fix this real quick.
Let me get down the corner.
Let me fix this right quick. Craig has completely dropped out of the call, so.
Oh man, I feel like I got those giggles right now.
Oh
my goodness.
Hey!
Let me redo this right quickly.
Smushed. He's smushing me.
So yes, I do have three 23-inch monitors. Technically, I have four.
He's got four.
But I have three hooked up to my computer, and I have one solely for the XB1. But yeah, they're all. I have two on my desk, and then two hanging directly above it on the wall. But the fourth one is just hooked directly to the XB1. So I do use XSplit, and I've been using XSplit actually since beta. I have stuck with that, and I actually get a discount on my subscription because I beta tested it, believe it or not, which is nice. So I've never used OBS. I don't have anything against it. I just heard what everybody else has said about it, and I have never swapped or never tried anything else for XSplit because it just works for me, and I do like it. I also use Tboard for all the alerts during the stream, so I can call out the donations and the follower hype that happens. And then I've never used a standalone mic, but I'm leaning towards that direction. There's a microphone that just got put out that I'm going to buy as soon as I can. It's a tad pricey, but I'm going to do it anyway. Razer just put out a standalone microphone, and I'm a Razer fanboy. I'll say it, but
yeah,
I'm gonna buy it it's pretty soon, and then I'll just use the same head because this headset actually, the microphone actually detaches from it, so I can just use it as a headset, and then use the standalone mic. But the computer rebuild will be actually. Within the next couple of months, and I'll be able to stream XB1 more easily. Because the thing about the pause screen, and anytime we're talking about when you get the invites and stuff, and anytime you swap games, you get the pause screen and all that, and I just won't have to worry about that with the cap card. But I've been looking at an AverMedia internal cap card to use.
Yes, sir, that AverMedia though.
Yeah, and it's I've been shopping around for different motherboards because I want a very specific kind of motherboard. But other than that, that is my setup. So the triple monitors is especially helpful for times like this when I have XSplit and then I have a notepad open. I have Skype on this screen over here that's full chat, full screen, and then up top I have chat, and I have a web browser open. So it allows me to do many things. And then while I stream on the PC, I'll have the game on the main monitor. I have the chat on the other one, and then I have the alert up to the top right.
He's trying to hold a straight face. You can't do it. Can't do it. All right, good.
What kind of headset do I have? Somebody asked in the chat. It's a Razer Black Shark. It's pretty comfy. It is modeled after like something you would see a pilot wear. So that's people have said that in chat. So it is modeled after that. But it's very. It does have all the cushion on the ears, so it's
more cushion for the pushing. Yep,
all the cushion on the ears. It's very comfy to wear. So yeah, that's my streaming setup with planned additions on the way. Craig had one job.
You had one job, Craig, and it's usually me dropping out of this darn call.
Yeah, it's supposed to be you, not Craig. All right.
You did, Adro. You heard me. Hey, by the way, you know what? Whenever we take the break, by the way, guys, I think I might be on raid call. I don't know. Anyway.
Do it. Oh, train of thought. It just left.
I do that to people. Sorry.
Yeah. What had happened was.
What had happened was.
Alright, so we are going to go ahead and I'm going to throw the break screen up. I'm going to play some more music. Give you guys a chance to run around, do whatever you need to do. Excuse me. Special thanks to, I'm going to give a shout out to Leader Dog. This is the music you heard during the pre-stream.
Leader Dog, hype, they're bad. Hey!
That is the music you heard during the pre-stream. If you want to check them out, I'll throw the link in the channel. You can go check them out. Tell them we sent you. They gave me rights to their music to be able to use on the show, and I also use their music on my streams as well. So that nothing gets muted on the VODs. So yeah. If anybody doesn't have anything else, I'm going to throw the break screen up and get this underway.
Good to go.
You good?
All right. Take that break.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think so.
All right, so when we get back, we'll talk about gaming. We're going to do if you had all the ways and means, what kind of game would you make? And then we will talk about specific opinions of games that we have been playing as of late. Again, thanks for everybody being here. Continue to hang out. The show shall continue.
Dorian! Got them moves. Yeah, let's. All right. Y'all, see, look, directing.
Way out here, there's a song that's gotta be unsung. Way out here, there's a wrong that's gotta be undone. Spend my time getting wicked till I choke. Gotta spend my youth on something before I go broke. Something before I go broke. kid that just needs to talk. Spend my time getting wicked till I choke. Gotta spend my youth on something before I go broke. Way out here in the dawn that I can't tame. Way out here there's a grave that calls my name. Spend my time getting wicked till I choke. Gotta spend my youth on something before I go broke. you'll be safe in here. I was saved in here. Rainbow shine on. Rainbow shine on. Want tomorrow I gotta run. Yeah, yeah, run, boy, run on, run on, run on, run on, run, boy, run on, run on, run on, run on.
All right, guys, welcome back. Apologize about the having to reset everything up. Craig got bit by the tech gremlins, but he's
I
all
did.
he's all good now.
They got me.
He is all good now.
I am good.
Again, thanks for everybody being here. Bill Bugner, D. Craigatron, special guest Dorian. Thank you guys all again for being here.
Absolutely.
Got lizard squatted.
And special thanks again to Leader Dog for their awesome music and letting us use it.
GG leader dog. GG.
I did see where some of you guys went and posted on their page. I personally appreciate that because I do know them all personally, and I know that they'll appreciate that and they'll see that them allowing me to use their music is going to good work, so people are actually getting to hear
All
them.
right.
So I do appreciate that. So if you're just joining in, you're too late because the show's over. I'm joking. But the VOD will be available tonight, early tomorrow morning, however you want to look at it on YouTube. So if
In the tubes of you.
So if you want to see the first part of the show, if you missed it, or if you had to leave at some particular time, you can always go back. And all of the VODs of all of the episodes are on YouTube as well. All right, so we spent the first part of the show talking about streaming topics. Now we're going to get into the topics of gaming in particular. So the next topic is going to be, if you had all the ways and the means of creating a game, what type of game would you make?
Monopoly.
Um,
Well, Craig would create a board game and
Yeah.
have fake money
yeah,
and have houses and rental properties. I mean, railroad.
he needs a,
Yeah, railroads.
he needs a monocle though.
Yeah,
I would, yeah.
Michael.
Actually, Craig, you want to just take this one?
Well, yeah, I'll definitely take this one. I'll definitely take it by the handlebars. Ha
Nice.
ha.
You
Vroom
did there.
vroom, party starter.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Damn it, you just made me feel real bad. That was like a late one. All right, damn it. All right, Keith, let's go ahead.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, what video game would I make? I'm all about I love artistic games that tell stories. That's what I like and prefer. I mean, the Telltale game series are a great example of, some small publishers that instead of doing something that makes it uber super graphics and super realistic, I'd rather have something that has an awesome story and that is even artistic or even cartoony, to the point where they make it enjoyable, laughable, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Valiant Hearts.
So Valiant Hearts is a good example, even though it's made by Ubisoft, which is a huge publisher. Mm-hmm. Also, what is it? Child of Light is another one that's very artistic. that's also made by UB Art. But I think for me, I kind of enjoy those more than the ultra realistic ones, as far as like, like your CODs or Battlefield 4s or something that you can like. And it also helps to discuss like with the story, and involve in chat instead of having something that's like so open ended. A lot of times when I play like first person shooters, like either Battlefield 4, usually I have to put on music because it's like me shooting somebody and then it's like the same thing, them shooting me, or, I mean, it's very repetitive, even though there's a lot of, different elements and skills involved and stuff like that. I'll have to put music on, but with the stories and that kind of stuff, I don't put music on because it's just like, you want to pay attention, you want to like see what's going on or watch what's going on. It's kind of like an experience that we're sharing as I'm streaming, as we're going through the story. So I think for me, definitely something artistic and something that has a deep and meaningful, moving story.
Well, you're enjoying a game, but you're also like going on an emotional ride as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like as I said, you said by like Valiant Hearts, that was a big publisher. Yes, it was. But playing that game, it's like you do go on an emotional ride. You have these bouts of happiness, and all of a sudden, no, the dog, no, my best friend. And it's one of those things you really get enveloped in it, and I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, I love games like that. But keep going. Sorry to interrupt. What happened? We're silent.
Oh yeah, we're very silent.
We're SBD. Silent but deadly.
Keep going, Craig.
Keep going?
Sorry. No,
No.
Oh, yeah. That was it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All
I mean, pretty much I'm done. I summed up
Okay.
pretty much like my perfect game would be, something that's more story driven and something that me and the audience could like, kind of like going through a journey or whatever, you know what I mean? And an experience. And I like that it's because you have unique choices and each, one weighs upon that, I guess, to me.
So your game, single player or multiplayer?
Single player.
Okay.
Single player. Yeah. Yeah,
Good deal.
for sure.
So story driven, not focused on graphics.
Yeah, not focused on graphics. I mean, even though like games and publishers spend like millions of dollars on making, stuff look realistic, I mean, you could still tell it's CGI and everything like that. And I just think like it's cool. It's really awesome to go the opposite direction of something super realistic and make like oversaturated colors and a colorful world and stories that people can like get enveloped in and really buy into and enjoy. I think.
Right. Gotcha.
That's what I.
Gotcha. Any comments on Craig on Craig's game? And it would be called. What would it be called? It doesn't matter. I don't know. If you, I don't know.
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know if you can name it just on generalized
Yeah.
ideas. But so Dorian, Bill, any comments on Craig's game?
The Misadventures of Monocle Man.
Misadventures.
I was gonna say I haven't played like Child Light or too many artsy games. There's a game that I missed that was on the PS3 that actually got nominated because yearly
Sand
they would
was
do
a good
these. They did what was I guess end of the year game awards and stuff, VGX or VGA, and oh man, what was it called? Journey. I don't know if you heard
Journey
of it.
or yeah.
I know if any of you guys on the PS3, I didn't
was
play
it
it, but I think it was Journey. Journey is I didn't I don't know what you play as. It looks like you're a cloth, to be honest, and you go. I guess you're some type of creature, person. But you look like you're in a cloth type of clothing, and you go around the sands, and like, I don't know if it's like any specific time period or if it's even on Earth or whatnot, but the art direction and the graphics are kind of like what you're saying, more of a painting, more of an art, more of, I guess hand drawn than something that you would have like superficial, over the top, Unreal Engine certified, graphics and stuff. So I didn't ever play Journey. I really enjoyed watching the trailers and the music, the orchestra, the soundtrack behind it. But yeah, no, we don't see too many art-like games besides from the independent community. I know PlayStation and Steam. I see a lot more development on those platforms than any other. And then of course you have Nintendo and Xbox. But yeah, no, that's cool. It's cool, Craig.
Definitely.
Thanks.
I would be down to play something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Bill?
All right, I thought about this, and I was like, I want to do a first-person shooter. But you know what? I kind of look back into what really got me into gaming, and I would love to bring something back like a modern-day cross-platform Mario Kart, but kind of like, what was that movie? Death Race.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is first person, and you could be first person in the car. But of course, you can be third person like GTA. But you could also have a partner in the car with you that is first person, that is assisting you. That can actually look forward, look side, look back.
So he's like your goose.
Yeah.
Top Gun.
You're Goose and Mav, but you're in an armored car, but you're doing a race. You're actually on a track, on a course, kind of like the game Blur, which I really wish was more popular than it actually was, because it was a great game. But you have power ups. You have you can armor up your vehicle. You can get these upgrades. You can prestige if you want, kind of something like that, and have different game modes. Of course, you're gonna have like Demolition Derby mode, straight up racing, something like that. But it's a racing game, but it's a first person shooter or third person, however you want to view it. You can change your view. That's something, I don't know. That would be kind of cool, but you'd have to really think about it, because I've seen games like that come and go. So I don't know.
And maybe be able to upgrade like your weapons and cars and stuff
Yes.
as you go or whatever.
Yes, but not so much to where you're overpowering the new players or the lower ranking ones. Not unless they're gonna do certain matchmaking, rank based matchmaking. But I think that'd be cool. I think it's something to think about. I mean, of course, you really, especially to incorporate a racing game into something like that, you really, really need to, how I would say, is draw in quite a few different people who like different genres and try to incorporate it into one. And I don't know. I think it would be something that would be hard to work on, but it could happen. But I don't know. I don't know.
But you would have the first-person shooter fans, and you do have the standalone racing fans. So those, they would want to do, what they like. So the racing fans would like to drive, and that's what they do. And
yeah. Maybe it's like, you're doing the Demolition Derby part of the game, and all of a sudden you're first person. You want to step out of your car and just pull out your AK and start trying to have at it with another car. And then, even though they're driving an armored car, maybe you hit that lucky shot. But But I don't know.
Damn, that sounds like a lot of action there, Bill.
I'm telling you, it's like freaking Die Hard
Times
number
5.
7. So I don't know. That'd be a lot to do, but
Sounds
you
like
never
an
know.
ADD person's like wet dream
I'm,
right
t-
there.
I'm telling you, I'm like, hold on. I need to do this. No, I need to do that. Oh my God, where am I?
I'm down. I would just drive because it seems like that's the best thing to do in your game.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I'm getting a little too over it, but I'm just saying, like the setup like Blur had. If you ever did watch, I have played the game before on the 360. It's a great game, and it was kind of a simplified version of what I'm thinking of. But I mean, they had power ups. You collect them on your way. You could send you could send a red. A red turtle. To get the next person in front of you, pretty much per se. You could send a stunt or whatever, a shunt to get, do an AOE, getting the people around you, something like that. But if you incorporated a passenger into the game,
Yeah. So
that would kind of change things up a bit.
wasn't that Blur game free? I think I remember you playing that. Was that
What game?
Was that the Blurred or whatever? Was that a free to play thing?
There was a beta, but no, I actually paid for the game. I spent $60 on it, a game that no one ever plays anymore.
I think I remember you playing this. Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. It's a great game. I wish more people played it because I would play it more often because it's like a modern Mario Kart, and it's pretty fun, but with real cars. And you got dirt tracks, you got your road courses, all that stuff. So I don't know. And what's up, Kay? Good to see you. Anyway, but that's something that's kind of over the top, but that'd be kind of cool if it was simplified a little bit and made into a game.
I think it'd be definitely interesting though. Anything that adds components, and definitely I guess from everything I've heard you say, it would definitely be straight multiplayer game.
Yes. I'd like to do something multiplayer, and of course, that wouldn't be the only game. Of course, I've got all sorts of ideas running through my freaking ADD head. So I mean, there's all sorts of stuff floating around in that brain of mine.
Definitely, I know.
I'm ADD. Damn it! I got so much stuff floating around that brain of mine.
I know that. I know that problem all too well. I know this problem all too well.
I'm like, yeah.
Yes. So, Craig Dorian, any comments on Bill's game?
That one AK shot, though. Right?
That one
The lucky
You
AK.
hit the sweet spot right on that vehicle. Yeah. But
that sounded. I'm trying to think what sounded familiar too. Have you? It was also on PlayStation. Twisted Metal. Have you heard of?
Oh yeah.
That's what kind of triggered my mind. Whereas you have like these power ups, you have all these different vehicles, but actually have the different characters associated with the vehicles. I think.
Yep.
I think the main guy on the cover of the game was some clown.
Wasn't that more like a Demolition Derby type game though?
It was a clown and he drove a van.
I thought he drove like an ice cream.
battle. You have power ups and you have weapons and you blow each other up. I don't know if they had some racing involved. I remember I know they had a PS3 one, but it originated, I believe, on the PS1, maybe PS2. But yeah, I remember people. My neighbor would play Twisted Metal a lot. We would have all these weird, wacky vehicles and blowing each other up, and I don't know if it was racing, but that's what it kind of reminded me of. As soon as you said,
Yeah.
you get out of the car and like get that one lucky shot, or yeah.
It wasn't really racing. It was more like just like a death match, pretty much.
Yeah, smash and bang. Like you're just
Craig dropped out again.
Craig,
no, Craig, why?
All
Tech
right, well-
Gremlins will freaking hunt them down and just.
Yeah. Hey, damn! We've traded places.
Yeah, sorry, everybody. I'm gonna have to fix this again.
Hey, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hold on.
Oh no, Bill's doing it. Oh man. Yeah, no. I'm trying to think what I would be. I don't know if you guys like this one. Because you hear open world, open world, open world all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time now, right? Like open
Oh,
world
yeah.
this game, open world that, and then
Yeah.
let's say a game series that wasn't open world was more linear. It just kind of guided you, and then those games got high ratings, and then finally went open world. It kind of took away from what was actually what the game, that people really enjoyed from. So I don't know. I'm not very ambitious in that regard to pulling your teeth out. um. Anyways, what was I saying? I wouldn't be too ambitious, but I liked when I was younger. Of course, I grew up with Nintendo and PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
PS1, NES, not really a Super NES, N64,
Ever I didn't
all
tell
that
it.
stuff.
Damn it.
I remember those games growing up. I remember the original Mega Man, original Super Mario Brothers, and then of course on the PS1. How can I forget my favorite game of all time, Metal Gear Solid 1. There's so many great games, but I don't know if you ever experienced this, guys. Like when you're gaming, I remember when the PS2 came out with like the real nice graphical leap from like the blockiness.
Yeah.
I thought like every single building, every single world that you would encounter, you can go into. Like every single building you can go into. Like, hey, I want to go in this building. I don't know what you're going to do in that building, but you're just going to go inside it anyway. I never have found a game, besides not really GTA because you can't go in every single building, but I don't know. I was always fascinated by that. And I don't know why, because what would you actually do in all those buildings if there wasn't really a goal to do? But
Right.
um,
It's not like
I've
you
always been a
craft something and put it in the building,
yeah, but there's I don't again I don't really have a specific game that I could really think tailor made and that if I had the the finances and all that, but there's one game that I'm looking forward to. I don't know if you guys heard, at least on the PC front, it's called Star Citizen.
You know
I don't
what?
know. It's basically, I think, kind of first and third person open, like space. You can like drive, fly your own, like, and you can create your own like jet or whatever
Yeah.
spaceship, and then you could go into like a bigger spaceship
Yeah.
with your like battalion and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
I
I thought
actually,
that looked
yeah.
pretty darn cool because I remember the days where what I'm saying, like when I was talking about the buildings. Well, if you're in space, think of all the like the satellites and the space stations and everything that you can go into. I think that would be really really neat.
You know what?
And
Yeah, it's funny because I actually know about that game. Is Geek Domo actually one of the creators of that game? Do you know what I'm talking about, Geek Domo?
I know Geek Domo.
I think I do.
Is he one of the creators of that game, or because they do a vodcast as well, and they talk about that game all the time and the creation of it and the production of it. And I don't know if he's actually one of the creators or what, but I mean the game's not even out, but they're always talking about it. Star
I know
Citizen, yeah.
there was a Kickstarter for it. Maybe he's a backer, one of the gold backers of it, in terms of financing it and maybe some input or something. But far as I know, the game's in development for a while, and it says here on the net that the initial release is slated for 2016. But I believe some people are playing like the early stages of the concepts of the game, and from what
Yeah.
I've seen, it looks really neat. And
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, he has something to do with it because he and there's quite a few other streamers as well. I don't know if they're just all streamers, but they have a podcast But he does play other games as well. But when they do the vodcast, that's all they talk about is Star Citizen. So they don't quote me on it, but they could possibly have something to do with the making of the game. But
Okay.
I don't know. That's
Yeah,
the only
no-
reason. That's the only way I know about that game is because of him. Because they do nothing but talk about it. You know.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've always been fascinated by the space. Like I don't know if you ever played Mass Effect, that
Dude,
RPG at
anything
all.
spacey. I mean, I remember playing Star Fox. I was like, oh my god, this game's awesome.
Yeah, no, I've always been fascinated by space, astronomy, all the stars and stuff. So
Yeah.
if I had to do something and financing and to put like a game, it would be something probably around the universe, the galaxy, space, because I know we see Alien, we have Mass Effect, that Star Citizen, but I think it's not as tapped into like your first person shooters, non-stop, Modern Warfare, advanced, like super near future. I don't know. I just branch out, change that. Maybe some artsy direction too, but yeah, I like space. Always enjoyed space.
Yeah, same here, dude. I mean, always been one of those dreamers. I always want to.
Craig.
I want to go
Oh.
to space.
I didn't even know it was Craig left.
Well, he came back.
He
Now
came,
he's gone again.
he came back, but he dropped out again. I don't know what happened.
Mhm.
Cloud Imperium Games is who makes it. Okay. Director is Chris Roberts. Okay. I know. They do their vodcast is called Starcast, a Star Citizen podcast.
Nice.
So and I know as long as I've been watching him, that's all. Every time they do the podcast, that's what they talk about. So he has to have something to do with it.
Okay.
So apparently that game's got to be pretty vast if that's all they talk about.
Yeah, I mean, but I think they're involved in the production of it. I want to say, or at least their input is being taken into consideration with the game.
Right.
So definitely.
Yeah, no. I from what I've seen from that game, the small footages that have been available, and like to think of like actually have your own spaceship that you make and customize it to your liking, and
Right.
seeing it all come together and seeing it through like the cockpit view, right? That's
Right.
so awesome. Or controlling a huge spaceship that has other people that have individual control of specific parts of like thrusters and radar and sensors and
Right. I think that
like have individual little jobs set to it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's something I'd be very interested in playing because I do enjoy, as you said, I'm the same. I'm the same as you. Anything involving space and exploration, something outside of our world, I'm always interested in. I mean, it's always been a curiosity of mine.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definite.
Well, Craig, what do you think about it?
Or nah.
He's typing in the chat. The struggle is real. It's all right, Craig. I had those difficulties last time we did this.
Yeah, I apologize. I have to keep moving the UI around for those watching. So yeah, as far as as far as a game I would make, it would definitely be single player. It would be set post-apocalyptic. Almost like I would say similar to Fallout. So like a futuristic setting, but it still has like a medieval kind of tone because everything's not really available. There would be like some advanced weapons that we wouldn't have, but nothing like too crazy. You know what I mean? Nothing too over the top futuristic. Just stuff that's not readily available for us right now. And like with the RPG aspect to it, leveling up and having different skill sets and different classes to do different things and be able to play the game different styles because everybody has their own kind of play style.
Yeah.
So I would incorporate that along with a storyline. And exactly what, I don't know. But being immersed into a story is something that I've always enjoyed. So that would definitely be anything I can dump time into, like Skyrim or something like this. All the side quests all the time, just because I don't want the game to end. You know, a game like that. You know, those are the type of games that I'm really drawn to. Games that you can really invest time in. I've played a lot of MMOs in my time and a lot of RPGs. And I'm a sci-fi fan as well, so that's why
There we go.
I would kind of intertwine all of them together. So nothing groundbreaking, but I would definitely make and play the shit out of that game. Just because, and its settings and all this stuff is all relative. It would just be, nothing, there would be no major cities or anything like that. It would just be like settlements or, kind of reverting back to what you would do if, a lot of the population was wiped out. But, not really survival horror type of game, but still have to find things to, help you along and, get better equipment and things like this. So not really very elaborate, but that is what I would do. So yeah,
It's kind of like you're colonizing, but you never know what you're going to find when you're on a new, per se, planet, something like that, in a new solar system. You never going to know what you're going to come across, but there's always, the risk of you running across something unknown,
right, definitely. So it would have, just generalized way to measure your success, levels, some type of currency. Yeah, I think it's funny in Fallout they use bottle caps. Just
That's currency.
yeah, so it's just some kind of way to measure, your self-worth in the game, within the game. But yeah, that's what I would do. Open world, I know it's overused a whole lot, but the idea of exploring, to no means, you could find, almost anything in the game, like you were talking about, Bill. Maybe you find that unknown thing that's nobody knows what it is, but it looks valuable and it could be usable for something.
Yeah, shoot.
And then you gotta try to figure out, but you find it like in the deepest dark corner of the map. So
That's always my problem, man. My inventory is always full.
yeah,
Yeah, all the time.
All the
Yeah,
time.
no.
I'm like,
Don't-
oh, I could pick this up. Might have to use that later.
don't throw away anything
Yeah,
because
I'm a damn space hoarder.
it might
Yeah.
be something I need later.
Yeah, no. I accidentally pick up stuff that I need, and then I pick up stuff that I just forget that you pick up that you accidentally pick up. That happens to me in those type of games, like in like a Fallout or Oblivion, or Elder Scrolls.
Oh.
You pick up I picked up a plate. I picked up a spoon. Oh, I'm being asked to pay for the fees for stealing that. I didn't even know I even stole that.
It's mealtime. Might as well eat with it. Well, yeah. Oh, I'm moving around. Oh.
Welcome back, Craig.
Thank you. Hopefully I can stay. If my computer doesn't shut down again for some reason. It's like, nope, it's like shut it all down.
Does it come with? Does it have like a blue screen error saying that it needs to
Like
shut down, or does it shut off
No,
completely?
it was just shut off completely. And then like I had a black screen earlier, and then I was just like, I just tried to figure out the fastest way to get back on Skype. Pretty much is what I did.
Okay.
Them tech gremlins.
But hopefully I can stay on.
Could it be for you, Craig? You said you're using your tablet right now. You said, am I right?
Well, I use a Windows Surface for
Surface.
streaming. and-
That's kind of
and-
like a
and-
tablet, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much
Is it-
like a tablet.
Is it getting enough ventilation? Like, could it be
Yeah, it
shutting
is.
down?
I mean-
Okay. Yeah, the last.
I think it's just the power cord is. I don't know what's going on with it, but
Oh, okay.
I'm just keeping an eye on it.
And you're definitely keeping me busy from a production.
And
point.
I've been using voice words with it, and it hasn't been responding.
Addresses. I feel bad for Sophus. You guys need someone separate for production.
Sophus, yes,
At least somebody feels bad for me.
I know.
Let's see.
I
So
always say it was for all that hard work and time that you put into this.
Yeah, he does a great job.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah, gotta love that
Sophus
Sulfus.
hype for all the production
Yeah,
value. That
Gotta
goes
love
into
that
this.
Sulfus.
You know, I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do put a lot of time into this, but in a sick, weird way, I enjoy it. Like I said, that intro video, it took me 12 hours to make, and it was like a minute and 47 seconds because of all the editing I did to it. But like in a sick, weird way, I like it. But it's time consuming. So the last topic of the evening, we shall just discuss opinions of all the newer games that we have been playing, what you like, what you don't like, about said games. And I want to just say, if you guys saw the last podcast that we did a segment where we spoke upon game genres, and everything was kind of static. And I had made mention of a game like GTA, where when you were on foot, it would be like a first-person shooter, and when you were driving the car, it was like a driving simulator. And then next gen GTA came out, and it is now a thing. So I don't know if you know this, but I predicted the future.
Yes.
There you go.
You have that ESPN.
I also have ESPN2 and ESPNU. No, I'm just kidding.
And ESPN News.
And the SEC Network.
Oh no. Oh shit.
Fact Sports. Uh-oh.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
Craig-
No, Craig, no.
Craig died again.
Craig, no!
No. Don't go.
Craig, no!
He's frozen.
Craig, come back!
And I was comfortable with the production. Oh, there he goes.
No.
All right.
And frozen face. All right, anyway.
So, Bill, you want to talk about like within like all the new games that have come out? What have you taken part in that? Anything that's new? GTA Next Gen, Unity, AW. You know, all that stuff that's come out within the past couple of months. What have you played amongst all of those?
I'll tell you what. That Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is what I played the most. I mean, I put quite a couple of days actually when I looked at the last at how long I played. It's probably been about 4 days worth into that game since it's come out, and I do thoroughly enjoy the game. There's a couple things that I feel like need to be fixed in it, but I do like the fact that a lot of people wanted a Call of Duty game, but they didn't want it to be like Call of Duty, the traditional Call of Duty.
Right.
They want something different, and which I think they got, and which I enjoy about it. I love being able to have an exosuit, and if someone's shooting at me, I can just glide over them aim down and shoot at them while they're still facing the other way, shooting where I was at. I'm shooting them in the back and killing them. Because of course, and that's the good thing about the game is that everybody has the ability to do that. So it's not like I'd have an unfair advantage, when it comes to that. And I enjoy it very much. Now, there's a couple things they do need to fix with it, but like spawn points. I hate getting spawn trapped. As soon as I, spawn onto a map, all of a sudden there's the other team right beside me shooting me. That's one thing. Quit making things up. Intro never happened. Anyway, but I'm reading chat. Sorry, but I mean, there's just I enjoy the game. I enjoy the aesthetics of it. It looks good, especially on the next gen. The physics of it, everything. I mean, it's nothing too terribly unrealistic about it. Pretty much. I mean, yeah, a lot of people look at it and like, oh, this is not Call of Duty. This is Titanfall. I'm like, well, they may have taken a page out of Titanfall's book, but a lot of people say no, it's the opposite because this has been in the works for a lot longer than Titanfall has actually. It's I don't know how to explain it. I enjoy it a lot better, especially a lot better than Ghosts. If you play Call of Duty Ghosts, you know what I'm saying. Call of Duty Ghosts was a bust. And I'll be the first and probably, no, not the first to say that, actually. And I won't be the last either. It's just, that's what I've been playing the most of. And I enjoy I've enjoyed it thoroughly pretty much. I don't know how to really pretty much elaborate more on that, honestly.
So, you said there was like the spawns. Is that like the only thing that you dislike about it, or is there?
Oh, that of course, and I wish that Call of Duty had dedicated servers. That's one thing that I wish really would, instead of depending on whatever lobby you're in, depending on supposedly the best connection that's in there. Because that's not always the best, especially someone in there's got a great connection, and all of a sudden they want to hop on their computer and download a movie and watch a stream and then do whatever else and then keep playing, and all of a sudden everybody in the game is 2-barring, or their ping is a 1-bar, and then it, it's just, I wish there was dedicated servers like they did on Battlefield 4. But the thing is, that means you'd have to pick a server. That's the only
You can
thing.
actually rent servers from Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Like, which is crazy, because, I mean, why can't we do that for Minecraft? They would make a shit ton of money if we could rent a server for Minecraft and just have it like vanilla or whatever, but people could join it whenever. You didn't have to have your Xbox on or anything, and you could just have friends or whatever. I mean, could you imagine how much? Because they rent out servers per month or daily or weekly for Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. I mean, it's just it's, and the only thing is that the only thing with the disadvantage of having dedicated servers for say Call of Duty is matchmaking. You can't just say find match. It's not going to put you in a dedicated server. You have to choose that server. You have to go into that server if there's a dedicated server. You got to choose what game you're going to play or what server you're going to go into. When you're playing that, it's not going to just matchmake and say, all right, we're going to put you in this dedicated server, and stick all these other people in there. Not unless there was a way to divert people finding a match into a dedicated server, which I don't see happening for quite some time. Like with Battlefield, you can't just say, all right, find a match. You have to choose a server.
You gotta find the server that's playing the game type that you like to play.
Yeah.
I played Battlefield 3, I think, a lot, and I think it was 3. It was one of them. And the thing with like the matchmaking system for COD, it, you go in and you play different people all the time, but with you go into the dedicated servers and it's the same people over and over again. And in games like that, I like mixing up who's there because, well, I'm terrible at first-person shooters, so I like to find other people who are terrible as well, so we can all be terrible together. And I'm not 0 and 30, but I don't know. It's a weird mixed bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, I
Hold on one
feel
second.
like a lot of people like with COD are like, because COD is such a smaller, like, 6 team, 4-on-4 basis. Like, it deals a lot. People focus more on individuality, I guess, in their individual stats than Battlefield 4. Like, for Battlefield 4, I find a lot of people, or Battlefield games in general, they focus more on their win-loss ratio than their KD. So they're more inclined to help out their teammates to win, and it's more about getting the objectives and beating the other team than it is about, like, sitting in, and getting your KD up by sitting in a corner, or just by, like, not participating and taking points. I mean, even in Battlefield 4, when I play it, I'm a sniper, but I like am like the highest scope I'll ever do is like 6 times, which is like one of the lowest, and there's like a cantered iron sights, so you can use it practically as like a shotgun. It's like iron sights on a sniper rifle, which is awesome. You can switch between both. So I definitely love taking control points, and I don't really care as much about my KD as I would when I was like playing COD. Because people don't focus on that. It's more about like winning and getting the points.
Yeah. I don't know how the new one is, but I know 3 was more on a grand scale, so you almost needed like that dedicated.
Yeah,
server.
4 is like a grand scale.
Having all those people playing at the same time. You had your ground troops, you had your people in the jets, you had the tanks,
Yeah.
you had, all this stuff going on. So it was, like you said, about objectives and not really, I'm going to get all the kills.
Yeah. And that's the thing too that I love about it is because there's jets in the sky and there's helicopters flying down, and then there's tanks blowing each other up, and then there's troopers, and people like the regular troops that are just like, parachuting down from out of nowhere and shooting. So I mean, there's so many elements going on in that game that are just like, it's like insane, and so much stuff going on around you.
I think
that's
Sulfus, you got a question in the chat. But yeah,
I saw that.
Another thing about Battlefield is that I played it on the 360, which was Battlefield 4 on the 360, which was a bad move on my part. I should have waited till I got the Xbox One, because it completely turned me off of Battlefield. Because Battlefield 4 was definitely built for the next gen.
Xbox, yeah.
Yeah, because and you're looking in there. I mean, you're going in certain parts. I mean, the maps are so huge, and it's like you're in a certain part of the map. The lighting's off. You can't see the other soul. The enemies and stuff like that. There's part of the map glitching out. You see it on the next gen. Everything just looks so different,
flawless.
And it looks like, oh, I can actually play this game, without having issues, without having I can see the enemy over there actually, or I can actually shoot him, because he's, he can be spotted, or they're part of this building is not glitching out on the next gen, it's
That's another thing about Battlefield 4 is like the destructive environments is really cool.
Yeah.
So like I could stick a C4 to like a piece of wall, and then that an enemy like would be hiding behind, and then I could blow it up, and then they would be exposed or whatever. You know what I mean? So like there's a lot of cool, like everything is like very destructive as
Yeah.
far as like the environments go, like and very interactive. So it can be very spontaneous at times,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, it can.
I remember going from I was playing the PS3 version of Battlefield 3, and then finally I built my gaming computer. I'm like, all right, let's put it through its paces. And at that time, it was like Crisis 2 and Battlefield 3 were the major hitters for like graphic fidelity, right?
Yeah.
And going from PS3 to PC, I'm like, wow, I can actually see. I can actually see for the draw distances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Huge difference.
Uh-huh.
the scale is
Yeah,
big
the render
change.
distance.
Like I can actually see from one end of the map to the other, whereas before it would like have like these weird jagged lines and like have like a weird texture or like a fog texture like would be popping. Like, okay, I don't know if that's a person over there, and then you try shooting, like, oh, it's just a tree or something. It's like, oh, oops.
Yeah, the rendering was it's just crazy. Yeah, it's a crazy difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then to add on what you're saying, Bill, regarding the Call of Duty, on Sledgehammer Games, they're the ones that developed the latest Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, right? I think it was on their blog. I read this. They're saying that it's not really about the skill of the player. It's important, right? Like if you're want to play as well, you want to learn the game, but they're talking the importance, like the most important factor for online is the networking. Like if your network is bad, if you're going to be put as the host, you are going to be at an advantage. Yeah. Because it is peer to peer, right? It's not a dedicated server or anything. Right. So it's kind of an uphill battle when you have someone that's I think they call it when you're red dotting most of the time. Yeah. Red barring, and I haven't played a Call of Duty since, and the time I put into it, the hours, was Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Those are the two ones that I got into that I enjoyed most. I had Modern Warfare 3 for a while, then I sold it. Kind of wish I didn't, because I don't mind. I like collecting games from time to time, but those two were the ones that got me into Call of Duty. I haven't played the Black Ops. I haven't played the Advanced Warfares, the Ghosts. But from what I've seen on Twitch, because it's definitely in the top 10 most played games, and from you guys playing it, the new one looks interesting with the exoskeleton. But that same issue arises with the whole red dotting, the ping, and that's something that's going to probably be continuing on. For the longest time I could think of, because if they were to bring dedicated servers, I don't think much of the games that were prior out, like I think Black Ops 2 is definitely one of the more popular Call of Duty still streamed on Twitch. If it was all dedicated servers, that would have to be Activision and Treyarch out of their pocket to keep the servers running, whereas we can just set a peer-to-peer system. These people are going to keep playing it forever and ever, so we don't need to pay for the servers. So I don't see them changing their system for that. Whereas Battlefield and other first-person shooters, I don't see that they could do a peer-to-peer unless it was like a very small-scaled level with maybe the same player counts. But when you go from like PS3 or 360 to the PS4 to PC, the player counts are doubled, right? Or no, a little over double, because I think it was like 24, but now it's like 64. So it's just insane amount of players, and think of the lag if it affected everyone. Not everyone would be complaining a storm, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I haven't really played. If you guys know from my streams, I don't really play that many first-person shooters. The last probably one I streamed was Counter-Strike, CS:GO, and that's all I believe run through Steam. Not really peer-to-peer. You try to find the best server, but I haven't had too many problems with Steam.
Yeah, and it's like I was just saying, you're depending on one individual's connection to the game. And it's like there's one game, I'll be on a 10, 15 kill streak, And I'm like, oh man, I'm doing great. I die, whatever. I end the game, being like 26-5. And then the next game, we're getting on someone else's connection, and I can't get a kill to save my life there. It's like I end up going negative. It's because it's just, uh, I just wish it was
There's
better.
nothing like playing and watch somebody blink beside you, just come
Yeah.
across the screen.
A ghost, a phantom.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Craig, have you played anything new that's out, or have you just been sticking to Minecraft?
I've been playing some Minecraft. I started playing a little bit of Diablo 3 Reaper Souls, but that's not exactly new, especially for the console. I do have Far Cry 4. I haven't played it yet. I got it Christmas and I still haven't played it yet. I've been so busy with the whole Minecraft building up and then Minecraft, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting into it. And as far as like new console games, not so much. Not so much. Just been playing like a lot of Battlefield 4 as well, or some Battlefield 4 when I get a chance to. It's a lot of fun. I like it.
So, any
What?
any drawbacks to Battlefield 4 for you
I don't.
personally?
Not for me. I actually really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's very like immersive environment, and I think that like I was struggling to get whether I would get Call of Duty Advanced Warfare or not, and then I thought, like, should I get it? But then Halo 4 or Halo Master Chief Collection was coming out at the same time, and it was during the fall, and all these games were coming out that I really wanted, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna skip it, and I'll see if I really miss it, I'll get it eventually, right?
Yeah.
And I have yet to miss it, actually, guys. Like, I have not missed the rage, the frustration, the lag, and I'll watch people's streams, and the whole time they're like, and I haven't missed it at all. I'm like, I'm cool.
But the thing with me,
I'm very
Yeah.
chill, and I mean, people get really frustrated during that game, and a lot of it is due to people who take advantage of the game and don't play it as a team aspect. They play it as an individual that just wants to like sit there in the corner and I mean, they're not helping out with the objectives. They're just like, oh, I'll just take this kill, and I'll take this kill from you, and people, I mean, sure, there's lots of ways, but I have yet to miss like Call of Duty at all, and it's actually, I think it's been good for me. I think I feel better, not being part of the frustration environment, and I enjoy my streams and have a lot of cool, and not to diss on the Call of Duty, but I used to play it quite a bit of Call of Duty Ghosts, and I would seem to get a lot more trolls that way playing Call of Duty games, and it seems like I haven't been receiving as much as I would have had I been streaming, Call of Duty or whatever. Especially when you get into that range where you're in between like, 20 to 30 people watching, then a lot of people are like, oh, well, I could say this, and people will notice, but, he's not as big where I'm going to get like, in trouble for it. You get into that range where people, that viewer range where trolls think that it's comfortable to come in, and it's usually in that 20 to 30 range of viewers.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it's just been nice to be able to enjoy gaming, and I really don't miss it. But I'll watch people play it all the time, and
Yeah.
and people like I'll get invites all the time too to play, and I'm like, oh, I don't have it,
Yeah.
because I have
Yeah.
Destiny and I have Halo Chief Master Collection, which I don't play because it was so freaking broken. But I thank them for the free month of Xbox Live.
Yeah,
that
I know.
they
I
get-
got it too.
Yeah.
But well, here's what I noticed with Call of Duty. It says some people in the stream, they get a kick out of you getting frustrated with it every now and then. They kind of enjoy seeing you getting pissed off. Of course, with me,
Oh, yeah,
I don't let it get to me so much. I'm just like, all right, what the fuck? No, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Whoa.
What the f? Damn it!
What
darn
happened
it,
to
I
the
cussed.
filter?
My filter's gone. I mean, it's
Dawn
like,
effed up.
it's
See?
like, I'm like, mother, father, what the frig is
Mother,
going
father.
on?
See,
You know,
he,
and oh yeah.
he thought about Call of Duty and just
Thinking
lost
about
the filter.
daggone game, maybe lose my filter. But I mean, some people get a kick out of honestly, you lose and you're cool. But I mean, yeah, it is frustrating. But I've kind of learned from it because I'm like, I don't let it get to me. Of course, I'm gonna lose my cool for a second, but after that, it's gone. I'm just like, whatever. I'll move on from it. But the stream seems to like the fact that I just get pretty pissed off at it.
Yeah, I mean the rage is fun, but I mean as a streamer, when I get frustrated and then I'm just like, oh, and I don't like feel it. Like I'd rather just be enjoying it and positive and when my frustration level hits that Call of Duty level, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm done.
It's
I'm
time
done.
to stop.
Yeah, I'm done with.
Yeah, when I start really cussing for real, that's when it gets pretty bad.
See, I don't remember. Like, I the only times I have streamed Modern Warfare 2. That was at the very early get go, and it was a lot of fun. But I remember getting upset when I was just playing with, when there wasn't a Twitch. When I would be just playing on my own
yeah.
or playing with my buddies.
Yeah.
I remember getting frustrated, and I would use like some curse words here and there and stuff, and like, this is bollocks,
Great
garbage,
Bollocks.
And
Nice.
okay, one last thing I want to say. Fact, I learned mother, father from Bill. That is from your stream, Bill. It is not me. I never
And
said
you
it. You
use
said
it all the time. No,
yes,
you
I
said
use it now.
first.
I
You
I
said
learned it from you. But yeah, I don't. When I stream,
Always
I'm
gonna be a
think
debate between us.
There's maybe sometimes in Battlefield 4. I don't know if you ever have the DLC there, Craig. It's Battlefield 4 Premium. There's one level from the latest. Oh no, the second latest DLC, which is called Dragon
Yeah.
Dragon
I actually
something.
purchased
Dragon's
that
Teeth.
for 360.
There's a level called
Ugh.
Pro Market. That level actually rage induced me. That rage induced me.
Got you.
It got me. It got me really, because there's a lot of verticality in that map. They could be up on a building, they can be on the ground. The spawn points can be a bit shaky, and then as soon as you spawn and you run around, and then you see someone that you're going to shoot at, but then someone's already behind you on like a ledge, and they're going to kill you, and just the same thing over and over. But I know one of my mods here, that from my stream, if Jake's still here, I actually I raged in Spyro. I think it was Spyro 2. I forget what it was like. I forget what it was like. Some
old games like that you loved, and you go back and I watched you play. What was it, Crash Bandicoot? And you were like, "I'm done. I'm done."
Yeah,
you were
I
like,
just, I know my
but
limit.
I mean,
that I
those
just don't.
those camera angles. I mean, you just can't go back to like.
It is tough. Like when I was playing Crash Bandicoot, like the first few levels felt good. Like I remember this, and then when you get to like some part of a side scroller part, you gotta jump over the little fires, and there's spikes and stuff. And if you fall, you gotta restart. And the checkpoints are quite far. They're spread out. It's just like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna switch games because I do not want to get more angry. Just too frustrating. So
Yeah, I totally remember watching you on the what
Like-
was it, the Crash Bandicoot. And
yeah. as enjoyable it is to play again, just for nostalgic, you know, feelings and remembering. I
Which
don't
makes
really
me wonder
remember
if I
that.
was.
I don't remember getting angry. I think it would be my brother and I, my next door neighbor, would be taking turns on levels and stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got stuck on that hard part. Maybe it was my brother or my neighbor that did that level. And so when I came to my turn trying that on the stream, I was like, Mother, father, what is happening? Why am I keep on dying? I think I'm going to switch games, so I switch games. But yeah, no, it happens. Um,
Yeah.
when it comes to something that just frustrates me, that's outside of tech. Like I said, that is my kryptonite. That discouraged me sometimes, but I gotta just push through it. Gotta.
Yeah.
When a game just gets under your skin, then I just say, all right, I'm gonna just take a moment, and then we're gonna move on to something else. Because at the end of the day, I don't like feeling that way. I don't feel like being angry. It's not needed. And most of the time, I'm pretty calm. And people ask me, how do you keep so, you know, well mannered? I don't know.
Yeah.
I
It's a secret.
yeah.
It is definitely
Yeah.
a secret.
But yeah, it also makes me wonder, like, was I a better gamer as a kid, being able to sit through and play these games and levels without being like frustrated and actually enjoying it? And now as an adult, like the Spyro rage would be real. You know, dealing with the camera angles, or like I couldn't even imagine like playing like an early Lara Croft, like Tomb Raider. Oh my god, I'd probably be like, shut down. Shut it all down.
Yeah, you get so used to controls, and then like, oh, we still complain. I sometimes, like, on controls, like, why does this not feel so, you know, accurate, right? On like this shooter or this third person, or the jumping mechanics. But then you take a step back. I'm gonna go back like 10 years of gaming. It's like, uh everything that I'm playing now feels a lot more accurate. What's going on here, But then you get used to it. But it also depends. Like back then, we used to have smaller hands, and things just felt better. They felt like it was a glove for these, controls, and back then probably was a better gamer. And I remember the days getting home, getting excited. All right, I'm gonna play some PS1 or whatever. Now it's just like,
SOCOM.
oh yeah.
Ah,
Oh, I loved SOCOM on PS2. Number two,
Oh,
it's great.
oh yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
SOCOM 2 was they used to call that I remember we had a little squad at school. Man, we had a little team. We would always get together, but we would do clan wars and game battles. Yeah, I remember doing that, and
Yeah.
good times. SOCOM.
Oh yeah. And everyone would like glitch into rocks and
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
the memorable levels like Crossroads is probably like the number one,
Mhm.
and that was like the first. I know PC gaming, PC Online's been around, but for like my first console online, I think it was SOCOM. I think it really was. And you buy the little Logitech headset, and you plug in the USB port, and buy that little weird network adapter that did not look uniform to the console when you had the first PS2. Yeah, those are good
Yeah.
times.
Tony Hawk's Underground. Oh my god.
Um,
The Tony Hawk struggle was real.
Dorian,
Yep.
differences between PS4 and PS3 GTA.
Wow. That's a good question. Good question. Story is pretty much the same. There's some extended content that I haven't done. I believe it's some like murdered mysteries. I haven't touched that, which I wanted to, but I got so hooked into the online. I've seen, Bill. I know Craig. You streamed some 360 GTA 5. I remember you did it. Was it a 24 hour with GTA
I
at one
think-
point?
I think I did. I hit 1K with GTA 5. I remember doing
I remember.
that.
I think
And
that's
then-
when iGames introduced me to you, so I thought that was really cool. But yeah, main differences are 30 player count compared compared to 16-player account for online. Worst thing is that 30-player lobbies for like when you make a playlist or a level, not all the time they'll work. You would actually get 30 players or maybe close to 30, and then people would just like drop out like flies somehow. Like the connections, the connections are not as stable on PS4 compared to PS3. It seems it's always a pain. The graphics are definitely improved in large part, especially the draw distance. Like you can see stuff from afar. They were also talking about like the traffic density. I don't see too much more traffic. I remember that one trailer they're showing, like at the E3 conference of last year, on the PS4 E3 conference, and it was just a ton of traffic. I haven't come across anything like that. But and also then the first-person camera view. I think it's a nice touch, but is it worth the $70? At least that's how much it costs here in Canada. The game, $70. I don't know, but I've already double dipped on the game. Maybe triple dip with the PC version because of the cool mods that you can do for single player, for like the graphics and change in lighting and textures. That's going to be really, really cool. Maybe it'll do something with the online community. I know the PC side will be very creative making levels. You guys probably see my streams where I would be doing like these Hot Wheel like levels, right? Like you would have like a ramp, and then you could do like a loop to loop, and then you have to go over like a lake and like an endless, like, I don't know, just go into the clouds with your cars. It's just insane. So it's if you didn't play GTA on PS3 or 360 last generation and you're looking at picking that up, for the PS4, PC, or the One, then I highly suggest. Great story, great voice acting. The graphics I think are really solid for a open world. First person might not fit, even though you may have played first person shooters a lot. Some people get a bit nauseous. I think they were saying a bit nauseous with the movement of the character when you're rolling and driving and stuff. I don't get nauseous by it. I think it's just kind of like any first person shooter. And overall, when the online works, when you get your crew members, your friends together, to just do all those wacky races, those death matches, whatever, all that crazy stuff, then it's definitely worth the purchase. And I know you, Sulfus, you've been waiting, and I remember those streams as Rockstar hates like PC or something. You'd be playing that same.
Yeah, Rockstar hates PC.
Yeah, so
definitely. But personally, I think I did get the XB1, and I did get GTA.
Okay,
on
that's
XB1,
right.
And I personally think it's worth my money to pay just to watch Trevor.
Yes. one.
Trevor is a classic character right there.
Trevor.
He'll go down.
But
have you guys looked at? Oh, I just want to say, have you guys looked at like the actual actors, the voice actors, and compare their in-game faces to the real faces? They're very similar.
Oh,
No.
really? I haven't. Done
Yeah,
that.
like Trevor's character is spot on. Like, of course, he's not like he's not wacky like that in real life, but the way when he gets into character, it's amazing.
Nice.
Well.
I have on that game though. I have played nothing but the story mode. I haven't even dipped into online at all. But what I do like about it is the fact it rotates amongst 3 different people, and kind of everybody's got their own little thing going on, and then at times in the story they all 3 come together. That is, I think it's cool. I've enjoyed it. I wouldn't change anything about it if I could. It's been fun so far, but I'm only like halfway through the storyline, so.
Oh yeah, the way that they sold the 3 characters, because as I don't know many Rockstar games. I know they make Red Dead, they make Bully, Manhunt, and of course GTA, their bread and butter. But I don't think of any other games that they've actually had more than one protagonist that you would play as, and the way they intertwined the stories of each character, it was a well done job. Like, you gotta give props to Rockstar, and when it comes to single player games, normally Rockstar really is on the mark, and I can't wait to see what's next. If it's going to be a next Bully, I know people are. I loved Red Dead.
I loved Red Dead too, but it fell off real quick.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I wonder, what's going to happen, and then. Yeah, and then the online, that's the only thing that Rockstar, I hope that they can improve, is their online services, which is called their Rockstar Social Club. That needs refining because of the disconnections and the problems that has too much. Hopefully, that's all we can hope for, so.
Yeah. And apart from that, I've played a little bit of AW. I like playing first-person shooters in small groups. I can't. In small doses is probably a better thing. AW is all right. I'm with Bill on the spawn thing. The maps, it just seems like it's difficult to try to separate the spawn points to be like so far away from the action so you can get back in it quickly, but at the same time spawn into 3 people standing there and you got no chance at all. So I don't know where the line for that is. I've also basically what happened is I come across all these games when I bought the XB1, and then like 3 weeks later I got sick and haven't been able to catch up on all the things. But I played Unity a couple of nights, and I streamed it one night, and actually got a lot of people watching me off of that. But this is the first Assassin's Creed game I've actually played, and it was a lot of fun. So I really can't compare it to anything because I haven't played any of the others. I also have Black Flag that I hadn't even played yet. Master Chief Collection that I played a little bit of.